So, I want to begin by telling my story, a little bit of my story. This channel is mostly going to be for my weight loss journey and to help keep me accountable while I'm trying to lose weight, because over the past 13 years, consistency has been my biggest problem. It's been a little rough. So, anyways, hi, I'm Angel. It's good to meet you if I don't already know you in real life, which I'm going to try to find a way to keep this secret from everybody in my personal life, and just hope that with the massive ocean of YouTube that they don't discover it for a while at least. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and give you some background on my story and my weight loss journey, and hopefully things will go well. So to summarize, I'm 37, so not many photos of my teenage years exist, but for most of my adolescence, I hovered around 115 pounds without diet or exercise or any of that. After graduating, my husband and I joined the Air Force. I put on a bit of muscle, and that was definitely the best shape that I've ever been in. At that time, my set point for weight was about 135 pounds, which I was really happy with. This was around 2009. Jumped to 2013 when I became pregnant with my first child, and of course, I wasn't concerned with weight gain at all. I just wanted a happy baby. During my first pregnancy, my weight shot up from 135 to 187 pounds. I worked hard and I got back down to 125 for a while. At that point, I had been a vegetarian for around a year, and I made the decision to start eating meat again during my pregnancy. When everything settled, my new set weight became 145 pounds, and I was still pretty okay with that. Jump forward 4 years, and I became pregnant with my daughter. During my second pregnancy, my weight climbed from 145 to 197 pounds. I had a natural, uncomplicated pregnancy, but during labor, I did suffer a small umbilical hernia and diastasis recti, which is a separation of the abdominal wall that's fairly common during childbirth. I practiced extended breastfeeding with both of my children, and after my daughter was born, I did not even attempt to lose weight until 2021. But I've been struggling to do so since then. I'm now 37 and struggling with perimenopause and estrogen dominance, which I am undertaking hormone therapy for. I've tried so many extreme and dramatic diets: the egg diet, keto, intermittent fasting, OMAD, alternate day fasting, the carnivore diet. None of these things were healthy mentally for me, and for a while, the desperation led to a binge eating disorder. This is just the cut and dry, quick and dirty version of things. If anyone shows any interest, I might expand on these things more in a future video. After looking long and hard at myself with brutal honesty, I have come to my present conclusion, which is that I've been focusing on the wrong issue. My problem is the lack of time and also consistency. I'm the full-time caregiver of an amazing son who is dependent upon me for everything. He, as of now, requires my assistance for everything from eating to toileting to dressing himself and more because of his disabilities. And because of this, I homeschool both of my children to make sure that they get the care that they need. And that's where the lack of time and sleep comes in. But I need to do this for them and for me so that I can be in this world as long as possible. My son will need me his whole life. My new focus is going to be cleaning up my diet in a healthy way, eating smaller portions, more balanced meals, cutting out sugar. I also need to work on closing my diastasis, lifting weights, body weight exercises, and zone 2 cardio. I need to refocus, and I'm hoping this channel will help with that because I have a lot on my plate and the stakes are very high. It's not about how I look, it is about how I feel in my body. It is about not being selfish and not making excuses. So thank you for watching. If you want to follow my story, please like, comment, and subscribe, and please be nice to me. Also, I do have better audio equipment and a better microphone, but I don't know as of now if anybody is even going to view this video, and time is short, so I will put more effort into my audio video setup if people are actually interested. Okay, to the rest of the video now. So I have decided to test out a gym, and I signed up for a 3-day trial pass for Game Fit Gym. I'm exhausted. Last night was a really long night and I feel like crap, but I want to be better, and I figure it can't hurt to look at a gym and scope it out and see if it will work out for me. So I signed up for a 3-day free pass, and I'm about to go in and figure out how much it is monthly, get a little gym tour going. I have never had a gym membership before, so fingers crossed it goes well. I wish I could say that I was excited, but I'm exhausted. So I am optimistic, but I'm optimistically exhausted at the moment. But it's got to get done, because the only days husband is home with the car, since we share a car, are on weekends. And it's a 24-hour gym. But I have to obviously come while the staff is here to be able to ask questions and stuff. So hopefully this goes well. Hopefully it's not like an outrageous cost. So I just got home from the gym, the test session. I really liked it a lot, and I really would like to join. And I'm hoping that I can figure out a way to make that work financially, because things are tight right now. But if I could figure out a way to make it work, I think it would be excellent. And I think I would have a lot more success working out there than working out at home, because of the kids and the homeschooling and all that. And just the normal daily stress. Of course, I would have to get up and go to the gym at like 5:30 in the morning, which I mean I could do, and on weekends. So it's to be determined if I'm gonna be able to make it work or not, but I hope I can. I think it would be really good. Day 2 at the gym. I've only got 3 days total to go. So I'm only gonna be able to use this second one, and then James has to go out of town again, which stinks. I told him that I really want the gym membership, and we've really got to try to figure out how to make it work with the budget. I don't know. I'm just going to go with the flow and trust that things will fall into place. But I'm going to enjoy this second day while I've got it. So I had a really good second day at the gym. Back home now, and I'm going to do some chicken chores before James leaves to go back out of town. And it's a beautiful day. It's really pretty out here. I'm not looking forward to taking down all the Halloween decorations, but it has to be done so that we can start decorating for Christmas. Such a beautiful day. Such a beautiful morning. I gotta take down this big guy right here. Goodbye, my friend. I will see you next year. Gotta love the plague doctor. Really surprised with how cold it's been that there's even any tomatoes left on this thing. I'm gonna go let the chickens out. Timberine! I see you, pretty kitty, in the catio. Good morning. Good morning, Bellina Ballerina. Good morning. Hi, baby. Come gonna get some food. Melina Ballerina and the Boo Boo Chicken. Man, it is so nice. Let's look goodbye, Mr. Skeleton. Never escapes me how blessed I am to live in such a beautiful place. And I am grateful. I am incredibly, incredibly grateful. Mama's little tater tooter. What you doing, Kit Kat? She's so pretty, babe. You enjoying your outside time, pretty girl? She's my baby. Good morning. It is 6:52 right now. I've been up since 10:30 p.m. because that is sometimes the life of a caretaker to an individual with a developmental disability or severe autism. I get very little sleep, but it's okay. My little buddy's sleep schedule has always been messed up. Unfortunately, he fell asleep around like 4 p.m. yesterday, and when he wants to sleep, there's no keeping him awake. So we all ended up, me and Willow ended up going to sleep around 7 because I knew that he was going to wake up early, and then woke up at 10:30, and it's 6:53 now, and he looks like he's about to fall asleep again. So the cycle is vicious. Once the schedule gets messed up, it really takes a few days to get it back on track. I woke up this morning incredibly depressed. This is mostly going to be a channel about, keeping me accountable to my weight loss, but just woke up this morning depressed, thinking about how as a writer, I'm a writer. I've got a couple books published out there, a couple of children's books and one book for adults, but I've actively been working on 5 books for years now, and I'm a good way into completing those books. But as a writer, I'm feeling like, what is the point? Because of AI, now everybody's a writer, and it's like, who's gonna even care to buy my books? It's difficult to even get the word out as it is. Even before AI, it was a lot of effort and a lot of work to get the books out there and to make sales. It was already hard, and now with AI, everybody's a writer, and nobody seems to care much anymore about those of us who have made it our career. But it's okay. I write because it's my passion. And so even if I never make a dime from my writing, I'm going to continue writing. But it is a little depressing and a little frustrating. But that's okay. I'm also feeling kind of down about the fact that I really desperately would like to have this gym membership, because I have 2 special needs children who I homeschool, and I don't mind that, obviously. We make sacrifices so that we can do that. We are not well off by any means, but we are making it,
or making it by. And I choose to homeschool so that my children can have the one-on-one attention that they need, so that they can have the breaks that they need for their their diagnoses. And I want them to be able to go at their own pace, and I want to make sure they don't fall through the cracks and they have that one-on-one attention. And so that's fine. But it is a little difficult as a special needs caregiver. The lack of sleep and the lack of freedom. To be completely honest, I don't regret it. I love my children more than anything, and I'm glad that this is the life that I chose, and it's worth it. But my husband works a lot, and he works out of town during the week and comes home on the weekends. And I've also applied for a bunch of weekend jobs. That way I can help supplement his income towards the holidays because things are so expensive. So it's just hard having much time to accomplish the things that I want to accomplish. And I desperately want to get fit and healthy, but it's difficult with the lack of time and the lack of sleep to make it happen. But I'm determined that this year I'm going to get there. I'm going to get back in shape because I have to be healthy for my children. Willow is level 1, so she's very with it and functional. But Alistair, he's level 3, and he also has developmental disability, and he's very reliant upon me. He will most likely always be very reliant upon me, and that's fine. But I need to be alive for a very long time, and that stress is real because I'm going to have to be here for him for his whole life and make sure that he's taking care of his whole life. So I need to be healthy, and it's just selfish to not be healthy at this point. I've got to get back on track. I've got to lose the weight. I've got to exercise. I've got to make sure that I'm here for my child, because he's going to need me. That is my motivation. So I'm a little depressed today. I'm a little tired. I'm averaging like 4 hours of sleep a night. It's a little rough, but we're going to get through it, and we're going to stay positive because we are blessed, and I am so grateful and so thankful that I even have this opportunity to be home with my children, because I know that a lot of people don't. And it's largely due to the sacrifices that my husband and I have made. This is, we choose to not have extra money and to not have extra free time. He works and he works and he works, and it is hard, but if we feel like it's necessary, and this is the best thing that we can do right now. So this is what we're doing. Anyway, that's enough rambling. But I'm gonna do my best to hold myself accountable and to get back on track with my depression, to try to just push through it.